Da-da! So, in this episode, I just wanted to answer a question that was sent. One of the viewers asked if I could make an English version of my video numbered 234 on how to use Maat, which was in French. So basically, this is just another tool, and there are many ways to use the principle of Maat, the ideal of Maat in your daily life. What I'm trying to do here is help you show you one way you can use those principles in your daily activities, especially if you're a beginner in terms of establishing your own practice, and if you like to use tools that come from ancient Egypt. So simply, if you go anywhere on Google, and as you can see in the images, you will find three versions of those principles. The first one is the ideal of Maat, which is basically what you should be aspiring to. The great principle in an objective phrase, in an objective matter. So for example, number one is I honor virtue. Number two, I benefit from gratitude. 3, I am peaceful. I respect the property of others. I affirm that all life is sacred. I give offerings that are genuine. I live in truth. I regard all altars with respect. I speak with sincerity. I consume only my fair share. I offer words of good intent. I relate in peace. I honor animals in reverence. I can be trusted. I care for the earth. I keep my own counsel. I speak positively of others. I remain in balance with my emotions. I am trustful in my relationships. I hold purity in high esteem. I spread joy. I do the best I can. I communicate with compassion. I listen to opposing opinions. I create harmony. I invoke laughter. I am open to love in various forms. I am forgiving. I am kind. I am respectful of others. I am accepting. I follow my inner guidance. I converse with awareness. I do good. I give blessings. I keep the waters pure. I speak with good intent. I praise the goddess and the god. I am humble. I achieve with integrity. I advance through my own abilities. I embrace the all. So this, what I was reading, is one of the form of the 42 ideal of Maat, which basically are 42 principles. As you can see, the way I advise you to use it, or one way you can use it, let's say, is to basically figure it out. You have to first figure out what each of those principles are calling you to do. How are each of those principles applicable to your own life? So, for example, if there's number 12 says, I relate in peace. What does that mean? I relate. Relate, we know, is being able to communicate, being able to understand others. If we're talking to an individual, a situation with a specific individual. In peace, you have to do it in peace. So that means you cannot use weapon of wars. You have to find a way to do that in peace. So right there is going to call for you to examine different areas in your life, where maybe different situation in your life where you need to relate to somebody without becoming aggressive or adversarial or, violent. And so that's an aspect that you can see. Are there any aspects of my life where I needed to focus on that particular principle? And then you keep going on. And each of these principles you need to really sit with the information presented and see how is that calling part of aspects of your own life. And I remember somebody sent me a question about number 38, which says, I praise the goddess and the god, and being a bit confused about that. Just think about it this way. The goddess and the god, what does it mean to you? The goddess and God could be the feminine and the masculine principle, could be women and men, could be the idea or the abstract idea of a divine feminine and a divine masculine. And when you say you praise both of them, is that you shouldn't be in balance in terms of praising only one in detriment to the other. So it's calling you to make balance in terms of like how you're approaching people who embody the goddess, or people who embody the god, or who in your own perception of the world, to recognize that there is a feminine and a masculine, and to honor both of them. So that is one way of that you can use this particular principle in order to adapt it in your own life, that in a way that makes sense to you. And obviously, if you are from one of the revealed religion, you'll see, or the Abrahamic traditions, you'll see that the goddess is not being praised at all. Everything is basically put under the masculine, and so the feminine is suppressed, and that's an imbalance in itself. And so this principle is calling you to provide balance in terms of your recognition of the importance of the masculine, but also the importance of the feminine, and together, which completes to make one. So that's one way to see it. And you should go in terms of each of the principles. For example, another one is 26, which says, I invoke laughter. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? How can you invoke more laughter into your life? How can you be lighthearted? How can you just take a joke as a joke? How can you be inspiring people to want to laugh and smile around you? And of course, this has to be done in different layers and level. Meaning if you are not somebody who's a joker, and that is not part of your personality, you shouldn't be faking or trying to make it up and stuff like that. You should just be able to laugh at a good joke, for example. Able to relax so you can actually enjoy and see things with a lighter heart. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that you have to tweak your personality, you have to change, you have to morph into something you're not, or to pretend to be somebody else, to be the joke of the town, or the clown at the party, if that's not already something that you have in you, if that's not already something that you want to express out of yourself. So you always have to seek balance in terms of the principle that's assigned there, and how it needs to be expressed in your own life, and how you are able to express it. So it's not a matter of you just juggling down and shoving things down your throat, or morphing into somebody you are not. You're always trying to let the being that you are, the unique being that you are, express itself. And that can come in many different ways. Laughter can be attracted in many different ways. It all depends on your environment. But this principle is more reminding you to be open to that. You know, sometimes if you tend to be somebody who's always frustrated, the downer of the party, this is a reminder for you to, have a lighter heart, to be able to just relax around other people and not to take things, too personally, for example. That's already a way to bring more laughter into your life, to ease the flow of laughter into your life. So as you see, there's many principles. There's 42 of them. So you look over each of them, and as you say, and as I mentioned before, you try to see how would they fit in your own life, what would they pertain to in your own life, and then you'll go to the affirmation and abnegation. So the first portion is usually you use this as a daily ritual, if you like. So in the morning you will have the 42 divine principle of Maat, but in terms of the affirmation, I'll say it's part of you setting your intention every morning. You will start up after you wake up by basically going through the 42 and reciting the negative affirmation, in saying that in setting your intention in the things you're not going to do that day. So now you have the declaration that you do in the morning when you wake up. It's basically after you wake up, you go through the same 42 declaration, but it's affirmations that you're going to make every morning. And the ways that you will actually, this help you set your intention for the day. So one of the example on the way is worded for this, and basically don't be too picky in terms of the version you find. I mean, basically when you go through all of them, they pretty much have the same essence into it. If you prefer one over the other, it's fine, but don't be dwelling in terms of words that are translated in different ways. You need to get the principles that are behind that. That's the most important of it. So in this one, for example, we see one: I will not do wrong, I will not steal, I will not act with violence, I will not kill, I will not be unjust, I will not cause pain, I will not waste food, I will not lie, I will not desecrate holy places, I will not speak evil, I will not abuse my sexuality, I will not cause the shedding of tears. I will not sow seeds of regret. I will not be an aggressor. I will not act guiltfully. I will not lay waste the plowed land. I will not bear false witness. I will not speak against any person. I will not be wrathful and angry. I will not lay with a man's wife. I will not lay with a woman's husband. I will not pollute myself. I will not cause terror. I will not pollute the earth. I will not speak in anger. I will not turn from words of truth. I will not utter curses. I will not initiate a quarrel. I will not be excitable or contentious. I will not be prejudiced. I will not be an eavesdropper. I will not speak overmuch. I will not act against my ancestors. I will not waste water. I will not do evil. I will not be arrogant. I will not blaspheme the Most High. I will not commit fraud. I will not defraud temple offerings. I will not plunder the dead. I will not mistreat children. I will not mistreat animals. So this is one version of the affirmation that you need to do in the morning. And basically, when you set this affirmation, when you pronounce this, you're actually setting out your intention in the morning. And throughout the day, that's going to stick with you. And so at the end of the day now, you're going to say the negative form of that version. It's basically an opportunity for you at the end of the day to go and look at your entire day and think about, what are the areas that you were able to master during the day? What are the areas that you do need to address and work on? And so at the end of the day, you will go through the 40-second laws again, and you'll say, I have not committed sin. I have not committed robbery with violence. I have not stolen. I have not slain men or women. I have not stolen food. I have not swindled offerings. I have not stolen from God or goddess. I have not been exclusively angry. I have not cursed God or goddess. I have not behaved with violence. I have not caused disruption of peace. I have not acted hastily or without thought. I have not exaggerated my words when speaking. I have not stolen what belongs to God or goddess. I have not overstepped my boundary of concern. I have not cursed anyone in thought, words, or deeds. I have not stolen from or disrespected the deceased. I have not destroyed property belonging to God, goddess. I have not taken food from a child. I have not been angry without reason. I have not seduced anyone's wife. I have not closed my ears to truth. I have not terrorized anyone. I have not disobeyed the law. I have not told lies. I have not carried away food. I have not cursed. I have not polluted myself. I have not committed adultery. I have not made anyone cry. I have not felt sorrow without reason. I have not assaulted anyone. I have not worked evil. I have not used evil thoughts, words, or deeds. I have not polluted the water. I have not spoken angrily or arrogantly. I have not falsely accused anyone. I have not placed myself on a pedestal. I have not acted with insolence, and I have not been an eavesdropper. I have not been deceitful, and I have not stolen anyone's land. So you can see, for example, for this negative affirmation at night, the version differs from the two that you said in the morning. So obviously, if you are setting out to do this, you need to find a version and write your own similar version for the morning and the night, so you stick with the same affirmation and negative. And then you can even go further and look at the differences between the three versions or whatever version you're finding online, and adding the one you want to add into on your own list. So you should use this 42 principles as a way to guide you. Those are things that you should be already somewhat have some type of guidance within yourself already. This exercise is for you to be more adaptable, to be more mindful of it, so that it becomes automatic, so that it becomes habitual for you to think that way. Now, you have to also understand that, for example, depending on how your day went, maybe some of them you wouldn't have been able to comply with, and those are the ones you're supposed to work on. So that exercise is for you to consciously be aware of the areas that you need to work on, and do so. And so it's a work in progress. It's gonna be hard at the beginning. Believe me, I've been there, done that. There are things that may look very simple and obvious, but if you really dive deeper into the layers, you'll see that there's much more intricacies into that. when they're telling you, for example, I see all form of life as sacred. That was a big one for me to work on, because you have to actually find what the meaning of life, not only human beings, animal, plants, mineral, all that stuff. And you have to work on yourself in order to find a way to honor all of the different form of life in a way that makes sense to you, in a way that will actually embody this principle and enable for you to live in harmony with all of the different kingdoms where life resides. So don't take it on the first level and think that you're done with it. You always have to kind of dive deeper. Once you master one, you say, okay, what's left? What did I miss? What can I be more? And ask yourself those questions, because the answers will come to you as you ask yourself that and as you do the process. So that's basically one quick, easy way to use the principle of Maat, and use them to care of your own self, but also in your interaction with your brothers and sisters. And that's really what it is for. It's for your interaction with your brothers and sisters, and how you should treat and perceive your own self. If you're not able to be trustworthy in the relationship that you have with your own self, how can you be trustworthy in relationship with others? Because it all starts within before it is manifested without. So trust in yourself will enable you to trust in an interaction you will have with others with a lot of confidence. You will know what to expect from certain people, because your intuition will be there to guide you, and you will trust your intuition perfectly to be that radar that will flag things for you that you need to be careful or mindful of. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any question, of course, as usual, please do send me messages or leave a comment, and I'll be happy to oblige. So thank you so much for listening, and be safe, and I'll talk to you later.